Today we're checking out the new Fire Max 11 by Amazon. Apparently this is their most powerful tablet yet. Current price for this is $229, but I'll leave a link with current pricing and more information in the description down below. It's got a larger 11-inch screen, 2000 by 1200 resolution. It's got a MediaTek 8188 processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM. You've got the option of 64 or 128 gigabytes of storage. Also expandable up to 1 terabyte with a micro SD card. They're saying 14 hours battery life. We'll hopefully see by the end of this video if that's true. It has an 8 megapixel camera. A little bit different build quality this time. They're using metal instead of plastic. They also have their own keyboard case and their own stylus or pen as well that works with this. And then of course you can get this with or without lock screen ads. And surprisingly, this one has a fingerprint scanner right on the power button, something you normally don't see on the Fire tablets. Inside the box, you've got your micro SD card, removal tool, USB-C to USB-A charging cable, 9-watt USB-A wall adapter, and of course your quick start guide. Okay, definitely a little more premium than most Fire tablets that you're used to seeing. It's almost weird to see the Amazon logo on the back of metal. Here on the right hand side, we got the power, volume buttons, USB-C charging, and your micro SD card slot. Then you get your 2 speakers along the top edge there. Pogo pins on the bottom for your keyboard case. Pretty standard looking rear facing camera there up there in the corner. And this might be the first Fire tablet I've seen that doesn't have a headphone jack. The boot up screen sort of reminds me of my Fire TV stick.
You can download your favorites from the App Store.
Now it's going to give you some tips to get started if you're not familiar with a Fire tablet. Also looks like it's got a software update, so we might as well go ahead and do that. You can also set this up to be kid friendly if you happen to have children. And then for the screen unlock, you've got fingerprint, PIN, or password. And then once you get past their promotional stuff, you've got different stuff that you can customize here by adding movies or TV shows. You can also add games or apps on here as well.
All you have to do is ask.
And then obviously you've got Alexa on here. I didn't get their official stylus that works with this, but as you can see, you can use any active stylus and it's going to work with this tablet just fine. You can see on the home screen, it's pretty much the same layout as other Fire tablets. Kind of surprising here, they even use the same wallpaper that's been on several of the Fire tablets in the past. Now left of the home screen, you've got For You, with just a lot of recommendations for games, stuff to read, movies, TV shows, that kind of thing. Under home, you've got your pre-installed apps. Looks like most of these are from Amazon, maybe just 1 or 2 that's not. And then you've got suggestions up here in the Discover section. And then even more recommendations under library for stuff to read, watch, games, and so on. So far it's using just over 1 gigabyte of the internal storage. Even though this is a 64 gigabyte version, it looks like you only have about 55 gigabytes of storage that you can use. Now this is going to be a little different than your typical Android tablet. You have to use their own app store. There is quite a bit of stuff to choose from, just not near as much as you would have on the Google Play Store. Now up in the notification shade, it still looks pretty small and dated. You've got most of your typical stuff though, like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, airplane mode, dark theme, Alexa, auto rotate, blue shade, screen mirroring, screen record, do not disturb, low power mode, and storage. And then you can also add camera and invert colors as well. And unfortunately, they still don't allow you to download things like YouTube, Gmail, other apps from Google that I feel like should be on here by now. So you'll have to go to the web version for pretty much any Google app that you would need to use. Nice thing is you can use this tablet with any Bluetooth keyboard, like the one shown here from Logitech. If you want to do some multitasking, you can also do split screen on here as well. Now, as far as Geekbench scores on here, it's got 703 for single core, just over 2000 for multi-core score, and then just over 1000 for compute score. Now that's on Geekbench 5, probably would be higher on Geekbench 6, but unfortunately that's not available on this tablet. So about the same performance as the new P11 Gen 2 from Lenovo. Not super great performance, but still probably good enough for most people out there, especially if you're doing just more of the basic stuff, browsing online, watching movies, TV shows, that kind of thing. Now for some reason when I was playing Asphalt 9, I couldn't get my Xbox controllers to work on this tablet. I'm guessing something needs updated, but when trying to use the touchscreen on that game, yeah, it's way harder than a controller. Everything played nice and smooth when playing that and PUBG Mobile. You get HD graphics, high frame rates, and everything looks a lot better on here than I was expecting. The downside is it may not have all the games that you're wanting to play, but as far as gaming and performance wise, I feel like this one is going to have enough power for most people out there. Now you do have 2 speakers there on the top. Kind of thought this would be louder than the Fire HD10, but at max volume, it doesn't really sound as loud as I thought it would be. Here's a quick sample just to give you an idea of what it sounds like. Definitely not the fastest shutter speed, but sort of expected on a tablet like this. You got camera and video over here on the left. Up to 1080p resolution for video recording, and that's on the front and rear facing cameras. You can see the 8 megapixel front facing camera is there in the center on the long edge. Here's a few samples of photo and video just to give you an idea of what to expect from the Fire Max 11. Probably hard to tell from this video, but photo and video quality might be a little bit better than the Fire HD10. I'd probably have to compare the two a little bit more, but overall pretty much what you would expect on a tablet in this category. You could also get away with using this for Zoom meetings or other video conference calls if you had to. Just make sure you have good lighting because this is going to struggle in lower light situations. But hopefully this video gave you a little closer look at the new Fire Max 11. Now I haven't had a chance to test the battery life on here yet. I'll probably have to put that in my next comparison video, but considering they're advertising 14 hours, I would say it's going to be pretty good battery life on here. I'll probably be comparing this against the Fire HD10, maybe some other Android tablets that I've got as well, so you'll want to look out for those upcoming videos. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.